Today I'm going to be taking on a Super Hang-On on the Megadrive and trying to complete the junior stage. It's pretty tricky, although I did beat it as a child. But what's more difficult is choosing your music. I'll try and bounce between them in my, no doubt, many attempts at this. This is outright a crisis. And that's me running off the road. So you notice one of the main techniques here is when we hit 280 kilometers an hour, we can use our boost. It took me a while as a child to find that out, even though it was probably written in the manual. And so I'll try to be on the boost as much as possible, but it can take a while to get up to 280. So on nice little easy bends like this, it's, you can keep the hammer down, but when it gets tighter I start screeching off the road, and then it's a balancing act. And that's a pretty good first section. Yep, that's about right. The bikes going past me don't mean anything. They're essentially just a hindrance in the road. There's no position. We're just up against the clock. The clock is our main enemy here. And my bad driving. That's its henchman. I find myself juggling the D-pad, so it's like tapping right and holding right. And switching from one side to the other, a left turn into a right turn and vice versa, is tricky. But you get to see a glorious sunset as we come into the city. I do love the colours of these super scalar Sega games. This and Outrun, just ideal blue sky, or in this case purple and yellow sky. Real pop art sort of look to it. Some nice easy bends on this one so I can keep the speed down. I did notice that when I brake I can't actually come to a full stop. Not that you'd want to, but it's not possible. The slowest the bike goes is 90. The junior stage is set in Asia, so I have to assume that all Asian cities look like this. Lucky devils. This probably put a band at the top of a hill, a crest of a hill, and it is difficult. And then that happens. More so than the boost, probably avoiding ideally all crashes is vital to finishing this. I did finish beginner, which I think was 6 or 8 stages. Forget. And again, to do that, I had to make sure I stayed on the road. And that's my first failure. Well, let's try the junior stage again, and we will pick a different track. Hard Road. Worth listening to on its own. And there's a great version by the Sega sound team, like they call it SST, which has been a staple of my gym playlist for over a decade. I don't mind bumping into them, I don't lose too much time, but if you bump into them when you're about to hit a corner, then that makes life very difficult. But look at these tunes in my ears, I'm a happy man. I'll see if I can find the Sound Team version and put it in the description because it's worth checking out. Completely took my eye off the ball there. I think this is a little snaky section. Playing this made me realise I've never played Manx TT in the Saturn, which I always thought looked pretty cool. So I might see if I can track down a copy of that on the cheap. There's a purple sunset, I'm going to say sunset, as we come into the city. This first little city section is nice. That's not so nice. I don't know if it takes me any more time to get speed up on a hill. I'm not sure it's calibrated that way. There's a long, awkward corner. And I'm not gonna make it. Okay, here we go again, Junior. I'll go a Sprinter. Probably my least favourite out of all the songs on it. There is a career mode in the game where you get to upgrade your bike and whatnot. It's mostly what I played. But just for the quick, easy accessibility, I've gone for arcade today. I do think this is generally a difficult game. It does present a considerable challenge. And how come nobody cosplays as the Super Hang-On Man? Surely that'll be an easy one. There's also some red, white and blue leathers. I always think of those stripes as very Sega. Makes me think of the checkerboard and Sonic. The checkerboard background tiles. And this is an impressive home port as well, stacked up to the arcade. Pretty decent. And I do like the Megadrive sound chip, so I think it wins on that front. Might not look quite as good, but I think it sounds better. Keeping the foot down, this is good. Very satisfying when you get to navigate a corner like that. And then back off coming over the hill. switched on as soon as I come to the straight. That was a particularly good section. What the next biome is. It changes every 2 stages, I think. So I should get 5 in total. Assuming to make it to the end. Weirdly, I think the obstacles on the outside are actually more difficult to avoid than the obstacles on the inside. Here we go, it's gone totally tropical. I got a bit excited about the new green. The road's narrowed. I'm not sure I've ever played Enduro Racer. That came before this. It's not one I've ever given a go, but I do really like Super Hang-On, so it's probably worth trying it out. Lovely stuff. Jeez, this is a big right-hander. Definitely getting skinny here. Lots of obstacles. But that's fine. Another gorgeous sunset. We're reusing the hills from the first stage. Easily my best run so far. So you can run slightly aground and keep the speed up, which is good. But the road's getting super tight. That's what I mean. The obstacles on the outside seem to, I don't know, maybe their little hitbox is a bit broader than the image appears. And that's it, all buggered. Well, let's try again. And what do we go with? We'll go with Win and Run. It's a good tune. Hit 280, put the boost on. Section 7, stage 7 I got to last time. Only to crash twice. Another game I had around this time was Super Monaco GP as well. That was also good. I think I got this game Christmas of 1991. And I should pay more attention to the road. Yeah, I got this Super Hang On, and I think World Cup Italia 90. I think I got the two of them. Christmas 91. World Cup Italia 90, although not a particularly good football game, probably the game I played the most through the following year. It felt like a decent section. No, it wasn't. It was a bad one. Of course, because it crashed. So a crash cost me 5 seconds, pretty much. Quite progressive, some of this music in its own way. Just pull the bike off the road and listen to that synth solo. Getting reckless. That's not good. I like that the ads imitating the Marlborough font. Something always stood out as a child playing sports games or anything. If they had a real sponsor, it always seemed to be of a higher quality. In hindsight, that's absolute nonsense, but if there was a real sponsor in a game, it made it more realistic. And I'm not going to make this. Right, back again. Outrider Crisis. I think I've got these first 3 stages pretty down. Of course, then the problem is impatience. Getting reckless because I think I've got it. Very good. Fucking 240 kilometers an hour feels slow. Come on. That's the nicest bit. Keep the boost, pull it out onto a straight. This is an excellent one. Close. Going pretty well, but not holding the speed the best. Maybe I should have got some graph paper and drawn a little diagram of the circuit. Can you buy graph paper? Right. Next bio. I wish the boost was more like F-Zero, you know, refueled or resupplied with it whenever you cross the line. Use it where I saw it best. Happy with that. Like I said, running the curb doesn't cost me too much speed, thankfully. But it does put me in risk of clipping an object. Again, I think that headbox is bigger than it appeared. It's unlucky sometimes when I hit these objects on the outside. I feel a little bit cheated. Not that it wasn't close, it was. And boom, through. And this is the furthest I've made it. Keep that boost on. Not too tight. Just round this corner, come on. That's irritating. Still, that's the best I've done so far, but let's give it now a go. Hybrid Crisis worked well last time, but we'll go with Sprinter. Alright. Decent start. That's pretty good. That's my slow change in directions thing again. Getting the whole body bit over. I think the original machine of this had a little motorbike that you sat on in the arcade. Not that I've ever seen one. And there's our sunset. I did read that when the Sega team made Outrun, that several of the designers went to the US to take photographs for stuff. I don't know if they did the same thing here with Outrun. Not with Outrun, with this one, with Super Hang-On. Don't know how I missed that lamppost. I don't know if you noticed, but there's a little brake light lights up whenever I put on the brake. You don't ever see that if I'm struggling on a corner. Or if I'm trying to avoid skidding off. Again, very unfair. No, that's not so lovely. And now there's that. Actually, forget it. I'm going to start again. Right, let's go for it. I crash into him more than any other racer. acceptable. That is not acceptable. And there's that. Do you know what? This might just be best off that I abandon this one, to be honest with you. Alright, come on. I'm sure you can sense my impatience. A bit hard road this time. Come on. It's my lucky song. Bump into him. Yeah. Oh, yep. See, he's my favourite. And the rest of the pack I seem to snake through fairly easily by comparison. If the whole circuit was just like this little corner, I'd walk it. Two seconds off. How? Or well, a second. Alright, as long as you don't crash, at least I'm still going. That's it. Hard road in my ears and the city skyline. And I'm off the road. How could they do this to me? My favourite song. Okay. This is not good. Very close to the gate. Oh, for the love. Right, that's me defeated. I gave that an hour to see if I could manage it. I didn't. I better not finish it. Well, later on when I'm not recording I won't be happy. But thank you for watching.